like, 제일 인기 많은 피자가 어떤 거예요? I get so much social anxiety every time I order food and eat it. I like to eat my food in peace, but I can't do that here. How was the pizza from the other day? Oh yeah, I did get some pizza the other day because I was kind of craving something like salty and like comfort foody. Because I feel like a lot of the stuff that I've been eating lately has been kind of light and not that salty. So I got a pepperoni pizza. But I was like, wait, do Koreans even like pepperoni? Is it weird if I ordered a pepperoni pizza? So I remember when I was ordering it at the pizza place, I asked the lady, I was like, 그 제일 인기 많은 피자가 어떤 거예요? And then she said it was like something La Bamba or something, La Bamba pizza, which I was like, what the fuck is a La Bamba? So I didn't order that. And then she was like, pepperoni pizza. I was like, oh, let's go. So I got the pepperoni pizza, and oh my god, I had a whole nother fiasco freaking trying to eat the pizza too. The fucking social anxiety, guys. So I remember that, like, you know, Koreans don't really like using their hands. I even looked it up. I looked it up on my phone. They're like, when do Koreans use hands to eat their food? And they were like, only for like fast food, like hamburgers typically. And I was like, okay.
This needs to stop now.
So I was like, all right, I'll get a fork and a knife for this pizza. But I did by accident touch the pizza with my hands at first, and I was like, wow, this pizza's really fucking hot. I don't think I could eat this with my hands. And I was like, wait, I'm not supposed to eat this with my hands. And that's when I started looking things up about whether I'm supposed to eat it with a fork and knife. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna eat it with a fork and knife anyways because it's too hot. So I looked around to find utensils and stuff, and I was like, ah, yes, self-serve is a thing. So I went up and got my own fork and knife, and then I didn't bring a plate because it didn't look like people were picking up plates from there. But that's also because I don't think people normally eat pizza in the restaurant. At that restaurant I went to, I think most people get like to take out for that pizza restaurant. And that also made me a little self-conscious because I was like, is it weird that I'm eating this small little pizza all by myself alone here inside? But I'm also like, this portion is perfect for one person. But if I eat this all on my own in front of people, will people think I'm a fat ass? You know? It's stuff like that. Whenever I'm eating, my social anxiety, that's exactly what happens. And then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna take a plate because I don't think anyone has taken any of these plates. But I also debated whether nobody has taken them because I don't know if people eat indoors here. But I didn't take it anyways. And then I went back and then I started cutting the pizza. But then I was like, wait, am I supposed to be cutting this pizza on this pan that they served me? Because this pan looks kind of nice and I think they put this in the oven and stuff. I don't think you're supposed to eat the pizza on this. So I went back to the self-serve, and then I found the plates, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna use these plates. But then I felt kind of bad because it didn't look like people really use these plates, right? And I was using this knife on the... Oh my god, okay, even before I start using the plate, okay, right? Trying to get the pizza on the plate was also a fiasco. I fucking dropped the pizza! And it flips over the sauce on the table, and it gets all over the plate, all over the table. and then as I try to clean it up, I try to find a napkin. I look around. I can't find the napkins. I go to the self-serve. All I find is like a wet tissue. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find a dry napkin. I go back to the table. I see that the napkins are already on the table, like a tissue box. I'm like, fuck, how did I not see that? So I start using that, and then I try to, I tried to take a sip of water because, like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm messing up so bad. Because, like, I'm already nervous using the fork and knife because I'm not used to using a fork and knife when it comes to pizza. And, like, I feel like, because, like, the table is very close to the front counter where the staff are. So I'm like, I feel like the staff are watching me because they have literally nothing else to do. They didn't have any other orders. And I was, like, literally the only customer in the restaurant. And so, I was already fucking up a lot with the fork and knife. That's how I dropped the pizza, and then how I got the pizza all over the table and the plate. And then when I went to get the sip of water, kid you not, I must have forgotten how to drink or something because I spilled the water out of my mouth and onto my phone. And this was all in the span of 10 seconds, bro. I don't even think it was within 10 seconds. Oh my god. So yeah. Anyways, that was my little meal fiasco. I'm not joking when I say I get really nervous when I eat food here. Like, I always have to go with someone so I can at least copy what they do, or they can do all the talking to the waiter / waitress for me, so I don't make a fool of myself. Or like, if I need something, they get it for me. I swear it's not like this in America. At least in America, I know how to talk and behave. But in Korea, I'm a foreigner. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to make a fool of myself. So things that should be common sense is not common sense for me. But yeah, the pizza was good though. It was pretty standard. It was just like your generic pepperoni pizza. Not really that remarkable, but it was yummy and it fulfilled my cravings. Yeah. So yeah. Was it worth the hassle though? I think so. I would rather not be hungry. So I get, let's say, I can get pretty desperate when I get hungry. So yeah. But that was my pizza. That was my pizza experience.